and welcome. Let me turn off my music. I want to apologize to everyone. We were having technical. Let's turn this off. We were having technical difficulties on the other end. Needed some passwords to get in, but I see that we still have 40 of you on here. There was over about 200 people that had registered for the event. So nonetheless, we are going to go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's see. Let's do a Chrome tab. 1 second. Let me get the link. In the meantime, if everyone in the comments want to chime in, just let me know where you are where are you calling them from? Are online from. Sorry, I'm trying to read the message and doing. Yes, I know some of you were frantic. I deeply apologize. On the other end, we were waiting for codes to be able to get access to this feature so that we can go ahead and go live with all you guys. But needless to say, we are here and we are going to rock and roll. So let's go. Just bear with me as I get this all up and running. Okay, now it says that I can share my screen. Oh, let's. And looks like we're good to go. Oh, all right. Can you all hear me now? Yes, we gotta love technology. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be really exciting because guess what? If you guys don't know who my name is, but I am Karisma, and I'm here. We're going to talk about how to make money with your travel blog. I'm going to go a little bit more about who I am for those of you that are meeting me for the first time. But yes, we got the green light. We can hear, everyone can hear me. So we're going to go ahead and do a presenter view. Let's do this. And let's go. Just let me make sure that everyone can still see. And perfect. Here we go. So before we get started, I do want you all to know is that what you're about to learn here today, there's going to be some follow-up, always ongoing. If you're not a part of the actual Wanderful community, you're going to be able to join today with the code FTB21. And that's going to be able to give you access to be able to get to the community and get even more information. So as we go here today, I'm going to chime back and forth. I'm going to be checking the chat box to be able to ask for anyone that wants to ask questions. So go ahead and drop your questions in there, because as we go through each one of these ways that I'm going to show you how you can make money with your travel blog, we're going to chime back and forth and make this as interactive as we possibly can. So I'm not going to go over just one or two or three, but we're going to go over 25 different ways on how you can monetize your blog, or I also like to say your social influence, so you can work from anywhere and do what we all love most, which is traveling the world. So with that said, I'll say hello once again. I am Karisma Shackelford. I'm the founder of Color Me World, and also a work from anywhere coach where I help others to build thriving online digital communities. And I was named a change maker by Business Insider magazine, featured in Forbes, at LA Centennial, US Reporter, Travel Noir, and of course, you see me all over here at Wanderful, which is one of my favorite travel communities and my favorite girlfriend community as well. But I'm also a mom, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to be able to work from anywhere, to be able to monetize the things that I could do, so that I could do what I love most, which was traveling and taking my son to go in world school while living a conscious lifestyle that allowed me to unapologetically live life on my terms. So the big question in the room is, how can I make money from my blog? Or how can I make money from my influence? So there's 25 ways that I have been able to either utilize myself or coach others along the way on how they can monetize their blog and their influence. So here's one of my favorite. Number one, create a business directory. Using your blog, if you allowed people to actually, if you gather the types of products and services that your audience frequently asks for recommendations on, how about compiling a list and then approach relevant businesses to sign up for your business directory? A tool like a business directory is an easy plugin on WordPress or Community Box or even Squarespace, and it makes it really easy to get started with very little overhead. So literally giving people a username and password, they're getting access to this travel business directory. You can do it for travel. You can do it for many different types of businesses. But then not only do you allow businesses to sign up, but you can also use that space to have real estate space for advertising as well. So some of these ideas on here, we're going to be able to team them up with one another. Yes, someone said video mute might be on. Nope. Can you guys hear me? I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Everyone can hear me okay? All right, Pam says it went out and came back on. Hopefully we are still good to go. So some of the things that you guys are going to see on here, we're going to be able to actually partner them up and use them together, so we can have actually multiple streams of income sitting on our blog. So number two, one of my absolute favorite, and probably many of you already know this, is promoting an affiliate product. Now, affiliate sales comprise a large chunk of revenue for most big name bloggers. For instance, a good friend of mine, Hadiatu Dumboya, makes an average of $40K per month from affiliate sales, compared to just a few thousand from book sales. In general, you're able to look for affiliate products with a higher price point. There's travel clubs, there's community memberships like Wanderful, and there are other great choices that are out there. But you can also look for some of these affiliate products that also may be showing up in the form of a network marketing company. Maybe they have a travel product that you can earn residual income on. So maybe a travel membership that you're selling over and one time, but you get paid over and over and over again. So there's affiliate marketing, and these are all grouped in together, but literally you're given a link that you're able to promote and you're able to sell and be able to share with your network. Each time we go through this, I'm going to actually look back on here to make sure that we can see any questions. So there's no secret. I have my top affiliate programs, and here are just 5 of them. I actually work with a countless number of affiliate programs, but what I'm going to share with all of you is, don't work with an affiliate program that you wouldn't use their product yourself. You wouldn't use their membership yourself. Because what really helps when you're working with affiliate programs is if you authentically use and love what you're sharing, then you don't come off as a person trying to sell things on your blog, but you are that person of authority that is sharing the information on their blog. And I apologize for the noise in the background. Looks like the gardeners out there doing their work today. So some of my top five favorite is number one, Wanderful. If you guys have not done it already, you can be earning 25% recurring commission. So 25% when someone signs up once, and 25% recurring every time they either pay their monthly membership or their annual membership, depending on what they signed up for. And this can generate hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars, depending on your network and how much you share it with them. A few others that I love is my own community, Color Me World, ConvertKit, Canva, Mighty Networks, and I love the three of those other ones because ConvertKit, Canva, and Mighty Networks gives you the ability to build your own community. ConvertKit, go ahead and communicate with your own community, and Canva, go ahead and build amazing things for your actual graphics for your social media, for your website. I built this presentation using Canva. I build all of my social media assets using Canva. It's a really powerful tool. And guess what? More and more and more people are signing up all the time. So I also have my top 50 travel affiliate programs that sits on my website. You're more than welcome to head over there and log in and get those top 50. It's absolutely free. So go ahead and take a screenshot of this. You guys can head over there after the presentation. So number three, sell ad space. So we talked about this in number one. If you're building a business directory on your blog, you're doing anything on your blog, having ad space within your blog, this is a strategy that most bloggers start with when looking to monetize their blog. However, keep in mind, you're not limited to selling banner and ad spots, which is generally an effective strategy these days. How about you consider areas you could rent out, space on the pop-up box, show social media banners, the PS on your email newsletters. So think outside the box, and every little space that you have that gives access to, let's say, you have 15,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 people that are either coming to your blog or they're sitting inside of your website. I mean, your email list, all of those spaces, you can use it to monetize and share those small spaces with others who want to get a message out to your community. Let me look back, make sure we have any questions. Nothing came in yet, so we're going to keep moving on. Number 4, offer your services. So while selling your services may not make you rich, look to passive income to do that, which we talked about in affiliate marketing. It's a great way to make some extra cash and build up your reputation. Sell services directly related to the topic of your blog. Example, catering for a food blog, or freelance blogging services like writing or graphic design. So if you're traveling the world, a good friend of mine, she has she loves to travel the world, and she's learned how to do it on a budget. So what does she do? On the side, she started doing coaching and selling her services to help people that were getting ready to go on a vacation, and they were wanting to do it on a budget. She was offering her services to help them go through the tools and resources that she had to help them book that same vacation. And she would show them that they're in return on their investment, what they had to pay for her services, they saved 25, 50%, 75%, even more, booking it with her assistance versus doing it on their own. Of course, this didn't make her rich, and it took time for her to actually do this for each individual, but it was the beginning of her business. And then it allowed her to go ahead, and as she continued to do this, she created other income streams for her blog, which was selling online courses, doing these masterminds, creating a book. So there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to be able to do, but if we start small but think big, we can do a lot of things with that. Let me make sure I can see we have no more questions that came in, so we're going to keep on going. Number 5, offer consulting services. So just like offering your services there, you can be a consultant. There's a need for consultants in nearly every niche, especially travel. Guess what? We're about to have a huge travel boom. So what happens when you tell someone no, they can't do it? All of a sudden, everyone wants to do it. And those that weren't doing it before because it was off limits, they just want to do it just because. So that means that you're going to start to see in 2022 and beyond an influx of people that are going to need travel consulting services. And you can charge by the hour for the phone, email, or Skype advice. And this is advice you're all probably already giving away for free. And what's really cool about this is if you offer your consulting services, let's say you're charging $500 an hour. That's what I charge for someone to have a conversation with me. And sometimes you can through your email do a discount of $250. But let's say you partner up with other communities and you're saying, hey, I'll be an expert in your community and I will do um, a Ask Me Anything session once a month. You can sell these Ask Me Anything sessions to the community for $10, $20. Tell them to offer it to their community for their non-members as paid and to their community members as non-paid. But then you're also getting more people that you're able to do other consulting services for long term, but you're building a relationship with the community and getting access to their individuals that also need your help. So you're pouring into the community and you're being able to service their members at a much affordable price. But also when those people love working with you, they're going to come back and say, hey, you know what? I did this group thing with you, but I would love to sit down with you one-on-one. Number 6, write sponsored posts. So if you're not already doing this, I would absolutely add this to your repertoire of making money as from your blog, because as you build up your blog, expect to receive multiple sponsored post requests each day. These native ads can be a highly effective way for businesses to reach your audience in a non-threatening way, and they can be a highly effective way for you to make a lot of money. Just make sure the posts are actually interesting and they're actually relevant to your audience, and that you fully disclose the sponsored nature of the post. So here again, you want to be being authentic and translucent when you're sharing stuff like this, like a sponsored post. People don't like to be sold to, but they love to buy. So if they feel that you're not disclosing that this is a sponsored post, they're going to feel as if you sold this to them, versus if you're just clearly translucent, like right here, it says brought to you by Chase. They no longer see this as a reason for them to put their guard up, but they see it as more informative, because if you're being translucent, it actually transfers trust to them immediately because you disclosed. Number 7, offer your coaching services. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a repeat from the other one. So number 8, host webinars. So this is one of my favorite. I actually love doing webinars, and I'm usually doing a few of them per week. And you can host webinars such as this one, but I actually do it for my community, and Wanderful, you see them doing it too, where they're actually hosting webinars, and you're paying, like we said earlier, you pay for your you charge to your non-members, and that could be $10, $20, $30, depending on the value of that webinar. I wouldn't go any more than maybe $30, $40, because you want to keep that price point pretty low, because then people tend to think that it is more of a course versus in a webinar. I know my sweet point tends to be between $10 and $20. It's a decision that doesn't take very much thought to go into it, but then you're offering this for free to if you have a community, you can offer that same webinar for free for your community, but paid for non-members. But if you don't have a community, you can offer these webinars in general, $10, $20. And let's say you're charging $10 a person, you sold 100 tickets, there you go. You do the math, you just made more money in 1 hour than most people do in their jobs. So I'll just read this off. While many businesses use them to generate leads, hosting paid webinars is also an option. Just make sure you're providing exceptional value, so that because there's so many free webinars that are out there, you want to make sure that you're actually offering something pretty special if you actually want to charge for it. So don't go out there making a webinar that people can find the information on their own, but actually go out there and build a webinar that people will walk away and say, wow, that was a lot of value. Wow, I only paid $10 for that. wow, I only paid $20 for that, but it was so much value because guess what? At the end of your webinars, you can always ask people to share it on their socials. And when people love the content that they received, or if they got a lot of value out of it, they're going to go and be your salespeople for you because they're going to want to go and share with their friends. Number 9, hosted sponsored contests or giveaways. So you can approach businesses in your niche and offer to host a giveaway or contest on your blog or your social media. This can increase awareness of their business among your followers, and when done right, can also generate a ton of leads for their business and for yours. So these are really fun because you can partner with one business. You can do this with multiple businesses. You can also do these sponsored contests and giveaways with other creators. So let's say you're going to do a sponsored contest and giveaway, and you can partner with 5-10 other content creators. You guys all do it together, and then you guys are all, during that, they're paying to be a part of this, but you guys are all going to share in on the leads that come in as well. Number 10, you can teach an online course. If you haven't already done so, I highly recommend that you at least have a mini course, something out there to share with people, because more than ever, it has not been a secret. Since we were in the pandemic, people were online paying to get education more than ever. So you want to design and host an online course entirely on your own blog, or you can do that on a WordPress plugin like LearnDash and Zippy courses. But you can also partner, and if you prefer to host your own, you can if you want to prefer to host it with someone else, you can do it through Udemy or Skillshare, or you can do it on your own on platforms such as Teachable, and even Mighty Networks, which is actually one of my favorites because you can actually build a course, and then you actually can have your community log in and they can have an actual conversation together. I just purchased this really cool course on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn advertising. And what I loved about it was that it was in Mighty Networks. The entire course was there, but everyone was able to communicate with one another and help out each other along their journey on taking that online course. So number 11, you can build a private community. So this is exactly what Wanderful did. You can build a virtual community on your WordPress blog, or you can host it on Facebook using Facebook groups, or my absolute favorite, I'm going to give them a plug all the time, is Mighty Network. Wanderful uses it. I use it. Multiple people use it. I actually work with people one-on-one on how to create a thriving community using the Mighty Network. And this isn't just for creating a community, but you can create online courses. You can do so much with the Mighty Network. And with so many free groups out there, just be sure you're offering amazing value to make the monthly fee worthwhile. Now, for those of you that are in the Wanderful community already, I say this all the time. The price of the membership for Wanderful is just pennies compared to what it is actually worth. And I'm sure that people, if anyone agrees with me, if you want to go ahead, if you're a member in Wanderful, if you want to chime in, if you agree with what I said, Wanderful provides so much value. They are the epitome of being the most perfect example of what it means to create an online community and provide so much value that it's just a no-brainer to be a part of it. In addition to that, all of you creators that are on here, once you become part of the Wanderful creator community where you're learning and being able to partner with other creators, you can talk to your tax accountant, because that membership now becomes a tax write-off, because guess what? We're in business. Now, I'm not a tax consultant, so I wouldn't tell you to actually just take my word for it, but you can go plug into a tax consultant, and I'm sure you can probably find one inside the Wanderful community, or you can find one anywhere. But ask them the kind of things that you can write off. And ongoing education that helps you to continuously grow your business, the kind of information and tools and resources that Wanderful provides gives you that ability to be able to qualify within that category. But again, talk to your tax consultant on doing that. So there's building the private community. And yes, someone said, I just joined, the price is right. Someone said, where do you get started with finding paid ad opportunities and sponsors for paid posts? Emma, we can go over that more on just the end. And if we some of the questions, if we don't get through, I will be inside the Wanderful community, so you guys can ask me more questions there as well. So because that one's going to be a little bit more in depth, and I want to make sure we get through this. Write an ebook. So all of us have information inside of our brain. People are always asking us advice. So do you have in-depth knowledge in your niche? Package it up into an ebook and sell it on your blog. I generally advise against selling it, at least exclusively on Amazon or Kobo, as you probably will be able to charge, because you'll probably be able to charge much less. If you're already built up a solid audience, you can probably charge anywhere between $5 for a very short one, all the way up to $39, and going up depending on how much value. Then you can actually do upsells from that and give them other things when you're selling them your ebook. But if you have information, stop giving it away for free. Do you know how many of us sit on the phone and people are calling and you're constantly giving out this information? How about instead, you know what? I have a ebook that I can send you a link to. It actually is just $5. It'll answer all of your questions. And if you have any more after that, shoot me an email and then I can answer those questions. Have them purchase your knowledge. Have them purchase and support what you're doing before you're constantly giving away all of this information for free, because information is money these days and it should not be given away for free. But I also don't believe that we should be overcharging anyone. So let's make sure that they're being appreciative and valuing the information that you have. And then you just do a small exchange for that information. And voila, guess what? We're both happy. Number 13, sponsored social content. So give businesses some airtime on your Facebook page, or post sponsored tweets, Instagram pics, or your YouTube videos. These are generally quick and easy to post, and you can charge anywhere from $50 to $1,000 on up per post, depending on the size of your audience. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I started traveling the world and just was having fun sharing my travels, and I wasn't getting paid for it. But then I showed up, and everyone that knows me knows this story. I got invited to come to my first Women in Travel Summit, WITS. And when I did that, I showed up and I realized, I was like, wow, these women are making money off of sharing their posts, things that they were going to do anyways. So I plugged in, started doing some posting, and this became very fun, but it also became very lucrative and just another way to actually add another stream of income to your blog and or your influence. And we're going to take a little break so I can see. So I know someone just asked about WordPress and Squarespace. Unfortunately, I can't go into detail right now to go over all of this because these are questions that are going to take much longer than us to get through in 1 hour. But you can, I am one of the experts inside of the Wanderful community. So questions like that, meet me over there. We can go in and get these questions answered so that you're not having all of these unanswered questions. Can one monetize a blog that just launched? In other words, that is new? Absolutely. You can monetize your blog very quickly. I would say it would take you no more than a week, but if you're really fast, you can then begin to monetize your blog in less than a week. It just depends on how much time it's going to take you to get it up and running. And then actually going out there and sharing it. So if you have a smaller network in the beginning, it'll be a little bit more difficult. You're going to have to put the work in. So I'm going to tell everyone, building income from your blog and or your social media, it is not hard. It's not rocket science, but it does take work. This isn't some get rich quick thing overnight that I'm going to build this blog and tomorrow I'm going to make tons of money. This isn't that. This is continuously and consistent work that happens over and over again. And then you got to put your creative cap on and take some of these ideas that we're sharing today and then begin to apply them. Don't try to apply them all at once. Get get one up and running. If you're doing affiliate marketing, go and do that. Go and get it up and running. Then add another one to your repertoire. And let's keep going. Let's see. Okay. Premium gated content. So just like that resource, the directory, premium content can mean any type of content you charge for. You can put your ebook that we talked about behind a premium gated. It's a premium gated content. Any white papers that you have, any downloadable guides, travel guides, whatnot. Those are premium content, but what I'm referring to here is a pay gated content. So basically you put some awesome content up behind a paywall, which means visitors pay to access it. You can get your own paywall set up in 10 minutes or less using a plugin on WordPress like MemberPress or paid memberships pro on WordPress. Or again, you can head over to Mighty Network, and it's super simple. And within, just an hour or so, you can actually create a gated access with all the information in there. If you have travel guides and you've been to all over the place, guess what? You can have all these travel guides listed. And then a bunch of people in there that all they did was get paid to get access to your travel guides, but then they're also in the community and they can buy one travel guide at a time, but be a part of the free community. And they're constantly buying travel guides because guess what? They want to go and travel the world. You can do it with all kinds of different content. I just shared with you earlier that I paid money to get access to do some ads to learn how to do LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Now that's information that is behind a paid wall. It is a course that she put behind a paid wall, but she built a community around that course so that it all comes together, but it's still a paid wall. Number 15, site sponsorship. So some advertisers aren't content to just have a banner or sponsored post. They want the full meal deal. A site sponsorship is where an advertiser basically has full reign of your site, at least in terms of advertising exclusivity. This means they can get banner ads, mentions on your pop-up, their logo on your blog, your banner, etc. And these are really cool because you can do these, like let's say you're doing a partnership with and sold advertising space, and you do it once per quarter because you have a really large audience and you have these larger sponsorships. Now, this isn't something for a site that's just a blog that's just getting started, but if you built your blog over time and people that they want to get more access to your site, you can do site sponsorships, and these can be for a week, these can be for a month, this can be for a quarter, this can be for a year. You determine how long you want to sell that site sponsorship advertisement space for, and then put a price behind it. And you would be surprised what brands are willing to pay to get access to your audience. And if they can get access to them just a little bit more, and then also be able to wipe out their competitor and not allow, because if their competitor was on their site, but they're saying, hey, I'll actually do site sponsorship if you not allow any other sponsorships to happen during that time. And let's say your biggest competitor had a banner on the top, and now you are doing site sponsorship. And let's say you did a whole entire quarter with this person. They're getting a whole entire quarter of only having all of those viewers see their information only and not their competitors. Number 16, sell merchandise. So you can add a shop page to your blog. It's easy, it's free. It's something that is really cool for beginners, and you can do this with WordPress. You can do Squarespace, has a feature built right in. You can link it to any of your other online shopping carts, but this is a super easy way for you to sell things right away. You can do handmade goods, you can do t-shirts, you can do your own digital products. I have a friend that whenever she travels the world, because she loves to travel quite often, she brings back these gifts from all over the world, and then she sells them on her website, and people absolutely love them. So you just be creative here, and you can be able to make some extra cash from your blog selling merchandise. Number 17, sell templates. So a good template can save your audience time and money. Templates can work in almost any niche, business, new client contract templates, fitness, you can do a 30-day workout template, health, you can do a 3-month clean eating template. You can sell your Instagram templates. You can sell anything that you create. I actually have people asking me for templates for my presentations. So what did I do? I just packaged them up and started selling them. Anything that you create and others need help doing it, go and create a template and then go and sell it. These are easy things that you can sell on your blog. Number 18, a job board. So just like you have people that are looking for businesses, when we talked about the business directory, you can also do a job or gig board. There's businesses that do this full time, but you can add this to your blog at any time, because creating a job board on your blog is a great way for you to make your blog sticky, meaning you get visitors returning again and again. It's also a great way to earn some extra cash while also providing a valuable service. Darren Roast from ProBlogger runs a huge popular blog board where he shares $70. He charges $70 for a 30-day listing. With around 70 listings per month, he's bringing in some solid earnings that are relatively little investment or time or money. So if you go out there and you're speaking, let's say we have a travel blog. Go out there and make relationships with all these travel companies that are wanting to share their travel related jobs. You create the job board, you have the travel community, and you guys just partner up, and it becomes synchronicity because people get used to coming to find jobs and gigs on your blog. But then you also know businesses know that when they post on your job or gig board, that they actually get people that align with what they're looking for. 19, create a private bootcamp. So this is really fun. You can host a bootcamp for your audience to help them accomplish a specific goal. This works well in the fitness niche, but also when you take fitness and you combine it with travel, it becomes voila, guess what? If you're doing a 30 or 90-day bootcamp before someone's heading out to their vacation bikini getaway, that's a win-win, because guess what? People are trying to get in shape so that they can go and look their best while they're traveling the world and laying out on the beaches of the world. For businesses, you can launch your website bootcamp, home and lifestyle. You can do makeover your living room for just $200 and many other niches. Boot camps are really fun. You can host some of your boot camps in behind it paywalls. You can do them in communities. You can do them in Mighty Network. You can do them through a Facebook group. These are really fun. People get paid to get access to them. You make an extra stream of income from your blog. And I love what Yvette said. She said, these tips make so much sense. And she said, thank you. And Kelsey says, any tips on keeping track of these streams of income? Yes, I actually track my streams of income. On one, I use my my Google Docs. So you can actually, and creating a spreadsheet every month, you should be tracking where you're making money from and making sure that they're going into your business account and then hooking up to your Stripe. You're going to have to take some time out each week to actually track where the money's coming from. Go and do a report from your Stripe to see where this income is actually coming from. Make sure that you're doing an accounting report and then keep track of it every single month so you know what's actually working, what's not working, where you should be spending more time on. Because if your job and gig board, if people are that's generating more income than your business directory, you want to make sure you're spending relevant time in the places that is creating the most income for you. And it's also providing the most value to your community. So create tutorials. So just like doing some webinars, you can actually, instead of going live, you can actually partner up with brands, because in-depth tutorials are great for getting links and social shares. However, they can also be a great way to earn money on your blog. There are a number of ways you can make this happen by including affiliate links for the products you use in your tutorial. That's really easy for those of you that are just getting started, and maybe you haven't been able to partner with a sponsored brand yet. You can actually do affiliate links, network marketing links, and actually use the product or service, share it with your community, and just do a rinse and repeat, because they are going to either buy the product or service because they trust, know, and like you, or they're going to buy the membership that you're sharing. So I'll go back to that example with Hadiatu. So that the majority of that $40,000 per month comes from a travel membership that she shares. But guess what? She travels 10, 20 times a year. And I'm not talking about just traveling for business. This girl is constantly on vacation, laying out on the beach, hanging out with her friends. And so everyone else, they're like, wow, how are you able to travel? And then all she does is she goes, hey, here's a link. They go check it out. They sign up. Boom. And she just does it, rinse and repeat, and she does it over and over again. The same thing you can do is with creating tutorials. So you can go out there and promote your own products too. So if you want to create your own line, you can do this and then go and share it. You can write a tutorial to promote an advertiser's product, literally how to. Or let's say you're doing travel, but you're doing beauty along with it, and people want to learn how to have that perfect makeup look for when you're having a beach day. Well, you can do a how-to step by step on putting on all the makeup that the person needs, and then have links to the products that you actually used, which would be affiliate links linking back to that company's link, allowing you to earn a commission. And or it can be a sponsored brand that you actually work with. So either way, there's multiple ways for you to do this. But again, I know a lot of you are going to have a bunch of questions. If you're not part of the Wanderful community, I'm not a really good salesperson, but I am a really good sharing person. I am inside the community, as well as many other experts, and we can all help you with all of these questions that you have that may not be able to get answered here today. Number 21, take your expertise offline. So I know we're all online, but you can take this expertise offline too. So your blog can directly earn you money online, but that's not your only option. Leverage the knowledge and expertise you've built through your blog to offer your services as a local speaker or presenter. Now, guys, you can also do this online too. The pandemic has proven it. I've actually made a really nice additional income stream this past year, sitting in front of my computer and doing public speaking from my community, from my laptop, starting off at just $700 for the hour. And I've made all the way up to a few $1,000s for that hour, depending on the size of the community, the information that you have, and also the budget that they're willing to spend. But when you're not doing it online, you can take this offline. There is an amazing expert. This is her here, and she may be on this webinar watching, but she's in the community. Her name is Felicia Jones. I would highly encourage you to connect with her within the Wanderful community, because guess what? She helps people go and find and book speaking gigs. And she's an expert inside the community, where you can partner with her and get access, not partner with her, link up with her in the community and get the information that you need on how to prepare yourself for doing some public speaking, but then also where to go and pitch yourself so that you can go ahead and get booked. Number 22, in content affiliate links. So in content affiliate links, so you have a particularly popular blog post that you like to monetize, and affiliate links within your post content. Not sure where to start with finding affiliate programs? You can also start with the most popular affiliate programs such as Amazon, or find relevant products via affiliate network sites like Share a Sale or ClickBank. So literally, you see it all the time, and many of you have probably already done this, but just making sure that you have affiliate links that are relevant within inside of your actual blog posts that you're actually posting. So here's an example. There's an office vibe. So it's actually inside. It's just a simple click that people can click on. People are always looking for links to click on. So this is the fun part. They're always looking to go. I know I was on someone's website today and I was like, oh, what's the click? And then I went and clicked, and I actually ended up buying something. It was something small, but that blog post was relevant to me. they had a click available, and I know that they probably made a affiliate commission, but I was okay with it because that blog post was that relevant to the information that I was looking for. So I went on ahead and purchased. Number 23, product reviews. So we talked about the ones before where you're actually doing like tutorials and stuff like that. But this is a little bit different and it's fun. You can reach out to relevant businesses and offer to review their product or services for a fee, not for free, but for a fee. Depending on the size of your audience, they will pay for you to do a review of their product. Now, be sure to clarify that a positive review is not guaranteed and that you'll give their money back if you can't give one. So that is a trick here. And it's not a bad trick whatsoever, but you don't want the way that you're going to be giving these product reviews is you're going to receive the product, you're going to try it, and if you honestly like it, again, you have to be authentic to you. And if you're willing to share your positive review, then you go ahead and you keep the funds, but you give them a money back guarantee, because if they send you a product that is absolutely not worth it, you could actually put it in your clause that you don't give them all of the money back, but they do get a certain percentage back. But you can give them a personal review that is not posted public, but helping them to understand why you weren't in alignment with posting that product or service as a review. And this actually helps the company themselves to be able to improve their products or services going forward. So here's an example of a product review. You can do it on your Instagram. You can do it on your Facebook. You can do it across your different social media platforms. So many of you have also heard about dropship products. So interested in selling products on your blog, but you don't want to deal with shipping and inventory because guess what? We're traveling the world. We're having fun. Dropshipping is a great way to sell products with very little risk. The potential here is huge. Just look what feature retailer Wayfair has done with this model. You can go and look them up. Wayfair is a dropship company, and they've been able to do it on a massive scale. Now, you are going to have to put time and energy into drop shipping because the products won't sell themselves. It'll probably be a little bit more difficult if you have an audience that is smaller. But if you have a thriving audience and you're looking to do some drop shipping, or you're willing to put the time and energy into running some ads, or actually putting the work behind it, this can actually be very lucrative and allow you to actually work from your laptop no matter where you're at in the world and sell products. Number 25, create a resource page. Resource lists tell your audience what tools, product, or services you use and or recommend. They're a great way to provide a valuable service to your audience while also earning you money through affiliate links or paid placements. Just be sure to clearly disclose which links you benefit from and which you don't. So these are really cool. If you head over to my website and you click on my actually sign up for the resource page that I have on my website, you'll see a perfect example. On the very top, there's a list of all my tools, products, and services that I recommend to everyone that heads over there. And whenever they click on those are products and services that I'm actually affiliated with. And because I actually use their products and services themselves, and these are the tools and resources that I use when I'm coaching people, I also send them there to use the links, and I'm able to create an affiliate income from this. So I wouldn't recommend anyone creating a resource library where you're charging for it, because you're actually just using the resource library to give everyone access to your affiliate links in one place, things that are relevant. So you can do this for travel. You can do this for those of, like, let's say you're teaching people photography, you're teaching them travel photography. You can have a resource library for that, link them back to all their links. Whatever you're possibly doing, you can create a free resource library and link back all of your links to all of your affiliate marketing links and paid placements in there, so that you can help other people, but you're also earning that commission off of it as well. And here's an example of the resource library that I told you that I created. Now, you can do all of these 25 things, and I can tell you, you can not make $1 at all. if you're not getting traffic to your blog. And if to get traffic to your blog, like again, you can litter your blog with opt-in forms, products, services, courses, etc. All 20, you can do all 25 things that I mentioned here today. But unless you're simultaneously growing your site's traffic, no one will opt in. No one will buy for you. So that's why this step that we're about to go over is so freaking essential. There's so many ways to grow your website's traffic, and this is the part that most people miss. They love the 25 steps, but when it comes to building their audience, they're not willing to do it. They're not willing to go and grow the traffic. So before I head over, I'm just going to look over here. I love what Kelsey said. Thank you so much. I've seen a lot of info that is so helpful. You're absolutely welcome. Emma says, do you request both a fee and a free product from them? I'm not quite sure what that question, request both a fee and a free product. I'm not sure what that is, but you can, if you're in the Wanderful community, meet me over there. Oh, she said regarding the product view. So when you're doing a product review, the way that I like to do them, let me get this off of here. Oops. Is when I'm reviewing the product, they give me the product for free, but in order for me to begin the review, they also are sending me payment in advance. Now, in that agreement, if I do not like their product, I do to let them know there is a fee that is non-refundable, and that non-refundable fee still provides them a review, but that review isn't going public. That review of their product or services is private, confidential information that I share with them directly, and then I refund them the rest of the amount because I wasn't willing to accept going live with the entire world with my product review because it didn't align with me. I didn't agree with it. So great. She says, gotcha. That makes sense. So let's go ahead and move forward. So my number one way I love, and if you guys don't know, haven't taken the time to do this, is learn how to get traffic to your website. Google SEO is Google's one of the biggest search engines in the entire world. This means that with the right strategies, it can become a gold mine. And the best part, once you start receiving an increased amount of traffic from Google, it just pretty much begins to start to run on autopilot. Google, you have to create this web. So it's like a spider web, and you want people, the more you constantly work on your Google SEO, it creates this spider web. And every time people come walking by, just like anything that tries to get past that big spider web that may be sitting out your window, so the little flies and the bugs, they get caught in it and they can't get out. Well, the same thing happens to Google. It'll start showing up every single where things are relevant. So if you haven't done so, I highly suggest that you get over there and learn, and come into the Wanderful community, because there's classes and experts in there that can help you with this as well. Now, Pinterest SEO. Pinterest is a powerful and often underrated search engine. Would you believe me that if I told you that if it's used properly, Pinterest will drive tons of traffic to your site, no matter what niche or industry you're in? Well, it's true. With hundreds of millions of users and billions of pins, Pinterest is an excellent platform to grow your traffic, your email list, and to produce sales. I highly recommend you guys head over and get on a podcast interview within your niche. If you love chatting with people, then podcast interviews can become a solid strategy to grow your traffic and your email list. Just pitch some podcasts in your niche who have the audience that you want to attract, and tell them which topics you love to talk about and why you're qualified and what experience you have. Now, again, this is one of those things that you're going to have to be something that you do ongoing. So set some goals for yourself every single week on how many different communities that you're going to pitch. And or once you're starting to generate income, go and find a publicist that's going to be willing to begin to do some of this pitching for you, because there's multiple ways that you can pitch yourself. But if you can get someone out there doing the work for you over time, you can spend that energy building somewhere else. So host a joint venture webinar. Partner up with some of your favorite communities. And if you're comfortable with being on a screen and present in front of a virtual live audience and hosting a virtual event for another community, such as Wanderful or another community in your niche, you can become a solid strategy. It can become a solid strategy to grow your traffic and email lists. Just pitch some communities in your niche who have the audience you want to attract and tell them which topics you love to talk or a masterclass that you would love to teach and why you're qualified with having that experience. Now, inside of this joint venture webinar, the golden nugget here is that when you're pitching, part of the agreement is that you can ask them to be paid. That's great, but I'm going to tell you what's more important. Ask to share the email list for everyone that signed up for your joint venture webinar with them. And then you just have to follow the disclaimer so that everyone that signs up, they know in advance that you're going to follow up with them after the joint venture webinar. And I tend to do that by saying, hey, if you would like to get the free download that I'm offering today, I'm going to be for everyone. Actually, sorry, let me correct that. For everyone that attends this free webinar, you'll be Karisma will be following up with you after the event to make sure you get the free download within 72 hours. They have all been made aware that you are following up with them after the webinar. That means that it's okay for a transfer of that information to be able to begin to take place. You can also consult with an attorney to actually make sure that you get the correct verbiage for your actual niche. And guess what? Inside the Wanderful community, there is a attorney in there that specifically works with creators and she's in there, and I believe it's once a month. She does a small group coaching session. So I highly recommend that you get in there and ask your questions, because you can save thousands of dollars getting some of these small questions answered, and then also getting a discount to be able to get access to her. I personally use her for my own travel community, so I highly recommend that you guys all do it for yours as well. So write guest posts for sites in your niche. If you want to share information on other outlets, but the idea of a podcast or even maybe a joint venture webinar makes you cringe, you don't like talking like how I'm doing right now, then you can apply the exact same strategy for writing guest posts. Simply reach out to other bloggers or websites to pitch them on your guest post idea. Write a super valuable and memorable post and make sure to include a link to your website or landing page where people can subscribe to be on your email list by giving them away something for free. Again, giving them something of value, because if they want to be a part of your community, want to be on that list in exchange for what you were giving away, they loved your blog post, they're going to sign up, and now they're going to head over to you, thus building your community. There's other types of collaborations you can do. You can host a free challenge together with not just yourself, but you can do it with others. We talked about doing a joint venture webinar to someone else's audience. You can do a video interview on other people's platforms. You can host a Facebook Live for your Facebook group, do an Instagram takeover. There's so many ways that you can collaborate. You got so many different, even social media platforms out there that are popping up, and you just got to put on your thinking cap and be creative. Let me hop over here, make sure. Okay, so let's keep going. And if I didn't answer some of your questions, guys, it's not that I was glossing them over. I didn't want to answer them. Some questions I'm not able to answer because of our time limit constraint. And we are just approaching 1 hour, even with us being late. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to deliver all of this valuable information to you. All of you that do sign up, I am going to do a follow-up inside the community and just do an Ask Me Anything session so that we can get these other questions that weren't answered today answered. But guys, you want to make sure that you're finding the different avenues that align with you. Be authentic. So go through that list of those 25 and find some things that you can do to begin monetizing your blog. If it's not working, try something new. If it is working and it starts to run, go add something to it. Do not limit your income. Set some goals. Tell yourself, I'm going to make $10,000 this month, and believe it and do it and create the multiple streams of income that's needed to get you there. Warren Buffett, I think he has like 50 different streams of income. Disguise the limit, track them. And just because you haven't seen someone do a particular type of collaboration before, or you haven't seen someone monetize their blog in that way, it doesn't mean it's a good idea. Think outside the box is often what gets people to remember you. And when you combine that with attaching yourself to a community where you can bump ideals off of other individuals, that is the golden nugget right there. So I'm going to share with you guys getting into the Wanderful community. You can go to sheswanderful.com/join and use the code FTB21. Guys, the value, we were talking about this earlier. There's virtual events, there's the app, there's hosting networks, there's chapter events, there's deals, there's discounts, there's job boards, there's coaching, there's a gig board. So a lot of the things that we talked about today, Wanderful is using that. But guess what they're doing is they're not charging individual. The value of the traveler community alone is over, they said $2,600 a year. I'm going to say it's more than that, but they're only charging $99 for the year. And to be able to get access to the creator community, which also includes the traveler membership, they valued it at close to $8,000 per year. You're only paying $169. But again, if you sat for 1 hour with the attorney in there in a group session and you got some questions answered, and you didn't have to pay a attorney retainer fee to get that little bit of information, wouldn't it be worth it? If you were able to protect yourself, or even get in there to get a one-on-one session, or even bump ideas off of other creators that turned around and you're like, wow, now I'm making an extra $1,000 per month, I think it would be worth it. And then also to be able to get access to the Wanderful. Like, I'm going to tell all of you now, if you haven't done it already, if you're a Wanderful member, go and sign up to be a Wanderful affiliate. If you made a few $100s each month, wouldn't it be worth it? There's so many different ways in here that you've learned how to make money. And we have a community here where we're going to help support you do it every step of the way. And along that journey, we can travel and go have some fun sisterhood too. So again, screenshot this page. This is the code that you're going to want to use. This is going to give you 30% off of your first year of membership. Now, this discount is only for the annual memberships. There is an opportunity for you to sign up for the monthly membership. You're more than welcome. However, the 30% off only applies to the annual membership. So we are at the end, and I want to congratulate all of you, one, for being patient and waiting that whole 15 plus minutes for me to figure out the technology disconnect that I had, where I wasn't able to get over here because I was being frantic on one end, hoping that you guys didn't disappear on me. But most importantly, my friends, you've got this far, and I'm sending you a trophy from me to you. Well done. I hope you're ready to monetize your blog and make your influence and truly be able to make an income that allows you to work from anywhere in the world. I highly encourage you all to tag me on social media if you've gotten a chance to be able to use anything that I taught you guys today to go and monetize. You can do hashtag gotta have charisma, or even shoot me an email. Keep in contact. I'm always around to be able to help others. If you want to screenshot this page, this is how we can keep in contact. This is all of my information everywhere. And I'm always willing to help others be able to make income so we can work from anywhere in the world and truly live life on our terms. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to choose a few questions. Let me see if I see any here that I am able to answer. Okay, cool. So it looks like I'm just getting a bunch of thank yous. Thank you for all of these amazing comments that you guys living. I'm so glad that you guys got a chance to stick around and stayed current with me. And I love this. Yvette, look forward to seeing you in there. She said she'll be signing up for this community today. I appreciate you coming here to learn. I look forward to being able to provide that mentorship for you. And yes, Triple F Photo Tours. We'll see you in Wanderful. And yes, Alicia, I'll see you inside too. And congrats on being around for the last 4 years. Lisa, you're welcome. You're welcome. So guys, again, if you're not a part of the community yet, I highly encourage you, meet me on the inside. Let's get your questions answered. Let's grow. Let's make money together. Let's create. And let's travel the world. And let's see. I thank you all for attending. You have an amazing day. And I will see you around. Ciao for now.